All right, y'all. So today we're gonna I'm gonna do something a little different. I don't really do like internet readings just because I feel like they can be so general that I just don't like to do internet readings. But today I just felt like let me just help to jumpstart somebody's week. And so typically I'll tell you guys how my readings go. I normally start with a positive thought, and then I'll go into like the portrait of the person's soul, and then I'll go into like what chakras we're going to look at, and then I'll get into like the actual tarot, like what's happening in their frequency. But for today, I'm literally just going to be looking at the positive thought and more than likely the portrait of the soul. And so here's the thing: when you get a card that's a positive thought, it can guide you in two ways. Number one, it guides you in the way of kind of thinking like, where does my mind need to be focused this week? And then it also can give insight into the obstacles that could be coming your way. So for example, if the positive thought that I pull, if the card happens to say, you know, my income is constantly increasing, you could be experiencing some very challenging problems in your finances. For example, the last time I pulled that card, one of my contracts randomly got ended like abruptly, and it threw me off, and I had to kind of keep my mind on my income is constantly increasing. And with me doing that, I ended up gaining more clients under my own personal business and out from under this contract. And so that positive thought helped me to keep my mind out of like lack mentality and out of fear. So anyway, I'm already at 2 minutes, so let me just shut up and let's go there. So this is for what week is coming up, November the 23rd through the 29th. And so hopefully we just get my card. And so you pray to whoever you pray to. I already know who I'm calling in, and let's see what we get here. So okay, here we go. I also have some love stuff coming through. Somebody, we'll just get into that later if we have time. This is absolutely perfect. I needed this card. It says, I have the perfect living space. Right? So this is the card. I have the perfect living space. I'm pretty sure it's backwards for you guys, but anyway, it says, I see myself living in a wonderful place. It fulfills all my needs and desires. It is in a beautiful location and at a price I can afford. So this is the mantra for the week, right? And so this is where anybody who may want to move or may have to unexpectedly move or who just desires to move, that is your affirmation for the week. And so let's get into portraits of the soul. And I'm making this a relatively quick read. When I'm doing an individual reading, I do not move this fast. I take my time and I go in deep into cards. But since I'm just doing this generally, I'm not going to go deep. And then I don't even know if I'm going to post this on YouTube or if this is going to go on. Who knows? So I may not even post it. I hope y'all got y'all candles lit. Y'all probably santos. Y'all got y'all tea. And so I really do like energy readings. Now, I don't like the stuff that comes along with having spiritual gifts. There's so much that comes along with it. And, you know, people will see, you know, what seems to be the fascinating parts or the glamorous parts about it, where you shuffling cards and whatnot. But so much more comes along with doing spiritual work, energy work, or prophetic work. Ooh, lovely. This card says, I am adaptable. And so when I read into the energy of this card, what I see is somebody that is on the building blocks of their life. Like they've already set a foundation. They've already begun to grow connections, and they've already begun to cultivate their own little small community. But the final touches aren't quite there. And what I see is somebody figuring out exactly where they resonate. They have community, but the community isn't exactly what they want. And so this individual is looking to kind of cut out or carve his or her own path. And a lot of this is going to happen through communication. And when the person begins, the individual learns how to communicate their desires, not only within themselves, but also within their community. They're going to actually bear a lot of fruit. Yes, this is a very, a person with very, a persuasive way of talking. I'm even going to say a seductive way of talking, a person that has the gift of gab. This person is very charming, a very sensual energy. And so here's the card here, right? And so again, at glance, you may not see all of the things that I see, but I'm reading deep into this thing. I also see somebody that is very strong in plant wisdom. This person gets a lot of knowledge from the plant kingdom, especially in meditation. And so if you feel like that card resonates with you, just understand that this is a time for you to be very adaptable. This is not a time for you to be in fear. And I need to get 1 second. All right, so I wanted to get this book to go along with the self-love card that's going to come out, because this book is filled with some wonderful goodness, some gems. I need some gems. And so I like to go with the author's expression. So let's see. It's like somebody's love reading keeps wanting to come out. Somebody is questioning if they have selected the wrong person, or it's just like a fear of being with the wrong person. And to be honest, that fear is creating yeast in the body. It's creating like vaginal thrust in the body. So you want to kind of let those thoughts go. And you may even be questioning because of like a sexual abuse in the past. So you just want to kind of let go of feelings of shame, especially around what you like sexually. So random. And so the mantra is, I let go of my past and I am free and vulnerable. I am free to be vulnerable. Ooh, this is like, it's some juicy love stuff coming out here. And for those, I only want one card, so I'm not going to take all those. And so for those who do not know, I do have, people call it a gift, but it's more of a responsibility of hearing and seeing the unseen realms. I started, these experiences started when I was little, but I started hearing voices when I was 16. And it's just been a whole thing. All right, so y'all ain't getting no self-love because it's just too many colors, and I'm just not. Of the throat chakra. The throat chakra is in the upper echelon. It's in the upper chakras. Connect with your higher self. Connect with the great mothers. Listen to some chants. Say some mantras. And then fine-tune your throat chakra. But on a deeper level, if you look at this card, it is a bi-directional relationship between releasing and receiving. Releasing and receiving. And what this card is ultimately saying is that you need to feel love and you need to experience divine love, but it's being asked for you to do it through sound. It's asking you to use the system of the eyes, the ears, and the throat in order for you to feel and experience love in a different way. Which means ultimately closing your eyes, opening your ears, releasing your throat, and hear the birds, hear the rustling of the leaves, hear somebody laughing down the street, hear the people upstairs arguing, hear the train that's going by. Use all of your senses, with the exception of sight. Use all of the other senses to come alive and just experience life. And when you experience a life through the throat and through the ears, you have a new found appreciation for Mother Earth and for the divine. I'm trying to think of the best way of saying it without me sounding too spacey or whatever. So basically get yourself some really good chants, some really good mantras, and enjoy sound. So I just hope it do what it need to do for you. Listen, I'm tired. It's late. Good night. Ashe.